Check.
How much it's metering? Yeah,
Check.
that's fine.
Okay.
I'm sure they can hear us from there.
You can move it closer too, I guess.
Hello, Mike. Can you hear us?
Hi guys, can you hear us? We're having some issues with audio.
Can't hear. Can you hear now? Hello.
How about now? Now?
No.
Now to now?
No.
Now to now to now?
For some reason, I still not. Oh, yeah, we're good.
Yeah,
I can
We
hear.
good?
Yeah, we can hear now.
You can hear? Cool.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna
Hi.
check my email while we wait. That's good.
Great. Now you can. Great.
It actually
So,
sounds pretty good.
So the cameras are working great.
Yes.
Just since if everyone was confused about what I meant by the Apollo is the problem, the cameras look great, but you can hear us through. You're listening literally through a MacBook Pro.
Yes.
So that's it. And are we backwards?
Yeah, I'll fix that in one
I mean,
second.
Whatever. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, in the room sound, it's not ideal.
Yeah,
but,
okay.
you know.
Well, we can maybe move it a bit closer, but otherwise, yeah.
Also, Luke is right here.
I'm laying
lying
down.
down on the floor.
I wish I
to
could
do this
show it.
stream with my laptop. It's
It's a good time.
yeah.
Cool.
I
Well, you know
hear-
what? This is something. We can see it and we look half decent, and it's all about how you look and not how you sound. So.
Oh, and he fixed it. Look at that.
No, buddy.
Flipped
No,
us
no,
around
no,
there.
No, I look normal. I don't like it as much.
All right, I would ask you guys to smash that like button, but we do not deserve it tonight.
No,
So-
nor do we want people to see this except for you dedicated
Yeah.
folks.
So
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's one of those things where we've accepted that it's time to switch to. Unfortunately, it's something that's not the Apollo, and that's what we're doing next week.
yeah, I heard UA came out with a new fucking thing, and hope it works. 'Cause the shit we have doesn't work. UA, we don't know why your stuff doesn't work, but two big interfaces I've had from you that have had to be repaired and don't work, and yours.
My twin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drives.
The problem is they sound so good.
They do when they
sound
work,
amazing.
and when they don't,
Luke is nice and loud. That's because Luke is literally right in front of the laptop microphone below
stop
us.
breathing so heavy, Luke. They can hear you.
All right.
So,
Please do it.
all right. How's everybody's week been?
Nice. Oh, Scott, you're going to Nova Scotia for a couple weeks. Nice. I'm jealous. I got to go home again soon. It's been too long.
What's up, Johnny Rock? Hey, Johnny Rock, you wouldn't happen to be Johnny Rock Gear, would you?
Oh, yeah. Right.
The pedal builder from Montreal, by any chance?
No, he's from, I think, if I remember, he's from either Australia or New Zealand.
Oh.
Johnny on here. If I remember correctly, Johnny, unless I'm totally off par, but I think. Do we need to do to keep the show going? Yeah, well, we're using laptop audio today. Luke did rig it up. Oh, hey, this is where we are. Yes,
Yeah.
Robbie. Hey, Robbie, I saw your band has a new singer, and he was in Suffocate. I think I played a show with him a really long time ago with The Contortionist, I think, in Vela Maya, maybe.
I love the contortionist.
If he was there for that, or if it was their other singer. I know they had a couple vocalists. But if not, I played with Suffocate, and they were sick. So, 4th trip in 25 years. Nice. I've been there a couple times for work, but never. I've only been back once to actually visit family, I think, since I moved here. Maybe twice, which is 20 years ago, so that's, yeah. Probably should go more.
I've been in Nova Scotia once.
It's the best.
Yeah, it was awesome. I was there for like 4 days.
Yeah.
I went to the Bay of Fundy and watched the tide go out.
Watch the ocean move very slowly.
It was a waste of time. Like a complete waste
Should
of
have been
time.
at the bar, bud.
Oh, man. Went to old Peggy's Cove, had lobster. Those was pretty sweet.
Peggy's Cove is quite nice.
Yeah.
My dad's folks live maybe 25 minutes from there. It's a really cool area, but yeah.
Nice. Mike, did you get your pedals already? That's awesome.
Sick. That's awesome, man.
Yeah. I'm drinking the old Stiegel Radler.
Mm-hmm. I'm on the banquets tonight, which I honestly, for like, if I have to pick a generic beer,
Domestic,
or just, yeah, like a non-local or like a non-import, probably just banquet. It's pretty good.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
What do you guys got going on tonight?
I'm here.
No, I meant for drinks for them.
Oh, yeah.
What do you, oh, that was pretty big. What are you guys drinking tonight?
Oh, just the Radler.
Ooh.
Well, I got 2 Radlers. First I'm starting with the grapefruit. Then I'm going to 2-fist it with the lemon one. And then I got the old Alexander Keys in honor of the old Hoogster. So,
Luke, do you have other cameras going, or are you moving? Wow,
Yeah, he
look at
does.
this friggin' guy.
I know.
There you go.
It's pretty awesome, except for none of the audio working.
That's okay. At least
Yeah.
we look. I was just saying. At least we look good. That's all
You know
that
what's
matters.
fun is like I can, because I'm not actually going to play guitar tonight, I can just slowly throw picks at Luke's head.
You're gonna lay there all night, buddy.
He's going to have
I might.
Ooh, not really.
I want to see if I can get it in his ear.
It's-
So, yeah. So,
Good old H2O Gatorade. Nice.
oh,
For your Rough House reunion beach fire. Nice, dude. But you're watching the stream? That'd be on the beach. Live.
nice.
I'm publishing this on Opus, even though it's a waste of time just to get that clip.
Also, I got you probably can't see them unless you can find a way to zoom in. But I got the old Gearsy.
Don't, no, leave it. Don't do it.
Just black. Just no. Like the old Gearsy Beersy pics.
Are we gonna put those in the store?
I don't know. Look at that.
Start shipping
Hello?
them.
You're on
Oh,
the camera,
wrong
dude.
one. Jeez,
Just
I give
it's
up.
like a black dot.
I give up, man.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway,
cool.
I'm finally back at work after.
After 3 weeks? 3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 and a bit. I was here for like 2 days, and enough time for the stream, and then and then out to Alberta.
Yeah, you were there for family, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
family, and I went to
Where in Alberta?
Medicine Hat for family stuff, but then we took the kids to Drumheller to see the dinosaur bones.
Nice. That actually
The
that is-
museum?
it is pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was awesome. And then went to Calgary to a couple guitar stores, up to Red Deer, cool guitar shop in Red Deer. GB Music and Sound.
Yeah, we
Posted a reel there, and like their pedal wall is insane.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Too bad it's in Red Deer.
Yeah. So, yeah. So then we in Red Deer, and then I went up to Edmonton to meet with some guitar stores and some HD clients, and
Yeah, for your other company. Nice.
Yep.
Nice. It's cool.
and then drove back here yesterday. Like,
Late.
yeah, I left Lloydminster yesterday morning and then got back here. So it's too bad. I was actually.
From Lloydminster, that's on the Saskatchewan-Alberta border?
Yeah, it's like that's the actual border. There's Lloydminster, Saskatchewan, and
So it was
Lloydminster,
like
Alberta.
10 hours?
11.
11, yeah.
Yeah.
I got stranded in Lloydminster once.
It's fun.
I was not when we were there.
No?
We got stranded on the Friday of a long weekend, and there was one repair shop in town that was open, and the guy who owned the hotel also owned the repair shop, and he gave us a room for free so we could stay for a day until he could fix our van the next day. And he did hook it up, but we got stuck there for a few days. Ended up needing to order parts in, and then they couldn't get in on the long weekend. But if it wasn't for that guy, it could have been a lot worse.
I once played a show there with my band, and we stayed at these people's houses that had like a very, very large house where there were 5 of us in the band, and I think we had 4 rooms for the 5 of us.
Yeah,
They had a paved basketball court.
you told me about this. Our experiences
And
in
like-
Lloydminster were very different.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mine was awesome.
Yeah.
So, yes, shout out to that family. I don't remember who you were, but thanks for.
But you were sick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was good.
Yeah.
Oh, nice, Thompson. Coors Light on a work night. I like that.
Nice.
That works out. So yeah, where's everybody watching from? Because we're we're all gonna get some learning from Sam tonight about what to do with your guitars as the weather changes, cause it's about to get shitty here.
Which is funny because it was 20 degrees today. But earlier this week it was colder, and even like the shifting back and forth. I mean, I'm sure not everybody watching here experiences it to the degree that we do. But living in the prairies, or like, I'm sure parts of the northern states or whatever too. But like as soon as your heater comes on, stuff moves big time. So,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And obviously a lot of it has to do with the fact that guitars are just made of wood. Like it's literally just primarily about humidity control and things like that. But at the same time, it's almost always the time of year. Like my dad always says, this is his busiest time of year, like early winter. Or like going to spring, kind of like the transition seasons.
Yep.
are the ones where the guitars move a lot. So I just happened to notice when I was here the other day that this Anderson has moved a good amount in the last couple weeks, just from the air kind of changing. And
Yeah, it's getting drier.
frets are sprouting a little bit, which it's funny because I've noticed that more. I'm not sure if this means anything, but more on the maple necks I've noticed.
Yep.
I know this is a Blackheart board. But I maybe just have started noticing, I guess, like the denser woods, like maple and stuff, the frets definitely start to sprout a little quicker. It seems. So yeah, we're gonna just literally restring it, file a couple frets down, give it a quick setup, and make sure everything's good. And that's it. And if you guys have any questions, nothing too crazy. So my dad actually, he posted about it. So we were gonna have him on here, and he recently had a bicep injury, and he's out for 3 months. So he's not going to be able to do any repairs for that time.
Is Bruce secretly like an arm wrestling? That's what happened. He's just
could
like
be. Bam.
taking people
Yes.
down, and then
Yeah.
then he ran into the wrong dude.
You want to know what's crazy? Is he did it loading in for a gig, and then played the gig still.
Of course he did.
Which is crazy. Sitting down. What are you looking at, Luke? Oh, nice, buddy.
Look at this guy.
that.
Let's go.
Wow. Good job, bud.
Actually, I shouldn't yell
Anyways,
right by the camera.
we-
I keep forgetting.
All they hear is just.
What's gonna be even better is when he's like, "Let's go," as quiet as possible, so it balances out.
Yeah. Anyways, so we were gonna have my dad in here to do a little more in-depth stuff on this, but yeah, he unfortunately is gonna be out of commission for a bit. What's funny is he'll be able to play bass sitting down fairly soon because
Okay.
you're not working like if his arm is resting, but like in terms of like tools and stuff
Yeah,
like that,
yeah.
like no dice. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. I mean, nothing too crazy. We've done kind of how to set up your guitar with Luke, but with Winter specifically, there's a few things you generally see and run into, and I find with my guitars, I'm kind of doing the same thing every year. Yeah.
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming. That was what I wanted to do for the title originally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why didn't you?
Because, I don't know, I wanted something funnier.
All right.
And then I realized.
All right. Fair
Anyways,
enough.
do you guys, off the cuff, does anyone have any questions? I mean, Johnny says he's from New Zealand. There you go. Weather's pretty good. From Saskatoon, though, okay, weather is almost always bad. So Saskatoon will be quite similar to here. New Zealand, I can't imagine, would be quite the same. But
No, it's gorgeous in New Zealand, and it sucks here.
yeah, oh, Saskatoon murdered all his maple necks. Crazy. I didn't see that when you posted that before. Cynthia Drangus, also nice for the Steve Brule quote with the name. Cynthia Drangus? You never watched Steve Brule?
No.
Oh my god.
Well, I probably have. And
Yeah.
You've probably showed it to me, and I just don't remember what it is.
It's John C. Reilly. But
Oh,
that's
yeah,
incredible.
yeah,
I just
yeah.
noticed, because we're using it on a different laptop, the text is quite a bit smaller. So A, didn't see that comment quite now, and then B, didn't see how awesome your screen name is. So there you go.
And C, Sam is getting older and can't see as well.
I'm 32 now. Be 33.
Look at him. Look at him. Look at him making it all big for you.
Wow.
Whoa, Luke.
Is that big enough for you?
Yeah.
He's making it a little
You're just
smaller.
sucking up. 'cause
A little
then
small?
you figure out
Okay.
Desk covers up the stairs.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, he feels so bad about that.
Not really.
I know.
Anyways, playing for a cheap legit band temp with a decent board and decent turnies, ear headset, custom cab. Oh no, dude! All rigs are good rigs.
Yeah.
You can make it sound good and it works for you. We're not gonna hate on anything.
I don't know about a car speaker though. That I'm uncertain about. But if it sounds all right for you, go for it.
Have I told you? Derek probably wouldn't like McGee. Luke, have you listened to McGee?
Yep.
He records like live. They run everything into like a 90s Tascam mixer and then go to front of house with it, and it just sounds.
You've told me about that.
It's really cool. It's like it's a very specific sound, but when I think of like the car speaker thing, it's like kind of close. We're gonna give this a clean too, by the way. We're just gonna take all the strings off.
Cheeto dust?
Cheeto dust.
Should I go get some chips?
No.
I got chips in the trunk.
No,
It actually
you
would
look-
be a little bit quieter.
You look really excited there.
It would be quieter
What,
too.
for chips?
Yeah, because the microphone's over
It's
here.
true.
It's like it's meant to be.
Good old Dutch S&Bs.
So we're gonna clean this. Derek has this set so that the trem is not floating.
Do I?
Yes, that's how it came. That's how mine came to.
Yeah.
I just realized you can see my feet down here. I'm just gonna do that really quick.
That's awesome.
Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah. So I don't have to worry too much about.
I think you should flip around so people can see your face right now. That'd be the best. Just so everybody gets just a little bit of Luke.
Yeah, I'll just.
Is Luke wearing egg socks?
I am. Yeah.
Probably,
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we had socks.
Cool socks.
Yeah. What I was going to say is the tremolo is set up to be flush with the body, which means there is a lot of tension on the springs. So I am upping this to 11s. I don't think there were 11s on here. So,
Why is that?
I think when you ordered it, it just came with 10s.
What kind of strings do you have?
In my size.
Can I put on string joints instead?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, grab whatever set you want.
All right.
So because we're putting on a heavier string gauge, the trem might pull forward a little bit.
We might not put on a heavier string gauge here, buddy.
Well,
We've got
why?
We got all the
do you want
different
an E
gauges,
flat or-
bro.
Do you want an E flat or standard?
I don't care. Whatever you think.
Whatever you want.
I don't know. I go back and forth. I don't play anywhere anymore, so who cares?
I'm gonna put an E flat.
Whatever
So-
your favorite
No,
string gauge is.
Let's pick a gauge. We'll decide from there.
Let's see what we got here.
Do a crazy custom one just to challenge Sam.
Oh, Cynthia Drangus, we're friends.
Let's go.
I said the same thing about Maple, and then you also said McGee does the same thing with the Tascam, 100%. Oh, he does it in the front of house too. Oh, that's sick. So his whole live shoe
low
goes
on
through that.
string joists? I thought I got like a whole case of them.
We did put them on a lot.
We put on pretty much all the guitars we had for NAMM too.
All right, so 11 to 50 or 10 to 48?
1150.
1150.
All
Let's
right.
do that. We're gonna give
Use
this
these for
a little clean, and then
another time.
I highly recommend if we're gonna check the frets, to do it while the strings are off. Obviously, that makes more sense.
I highly recommend
Highly recommend.
when you're doing strings that you have a shitty box just full of rando strings for you to
That
try.
are open.
Actually,
Yes.
yeah. Wait, put some boomers on there. I can see that.
Oh, the JHS
No.
boomers?
No.
The Zachy Wilds?
No.
What are these? Zach Wild boomers. Which ones are these? Oh man.
10 to.
These are the
60s?
10. It says 10 custom light. Do you know how old these are? Yeah, these are 10 to 60s. There. This. I've had these strings for like probably. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's probably 20 years now.
I remember getting a set of these. I think I told you the story. I wanted to tune to like drop B because I heard like In Flames for the first time, and my dad was like, "Cool, you want like heavy strings for that?" And he put these on my guitar, and I like played it for like a day. And I was like, "Can I put it back in standard now?" He's like, "No."
Nope.
that's
Never
how
again.
that's how I learned about string gauge like that.
Man, I'll throw out anything.
No, you don't.
No.
No.
Nice.
Anyways, we're gonna take a look at the frets while the thing is off. So there's a couple of different types of files that you can get and use. If you're doing like actual fret dressing, which we're not right now because these frets are fairly new, you would want a crowning file, which is this type of deal. What? What's going on?
Nothing, bud.
Well, crowning file, I mean, obviously, I'm throwing the camera, but which one is it? This one?
No, other one.
This one? Here you go. You're not gonna see it. It's good. There's basically a kind of a bigger curve and a smaller curve, and when you're actually fully, like if your frets get too flat, this is kind of how you can reshape them. If you're wanting to do that type of thing, you're going to want to tape up your fretboard and stuff like that, unless you're super experienced.
Like Sam.
Yeah.
Like Hendrix?
Well, no, I wouldn't even do
Are
that.
you experienced?
I would tape it. Nice. I would tape it. My dad probably would still tape it just because he's very meticulous, but he probably doesn't need to. Thanks. Appreciate it. Nice. I'm just going to use a flat file because for this, we're just going to clean up the edges a little bit. And so the main thing that I find, obviously, like wood, when it gets cold or dry, not cold, mostly when it dries out, it contracts. Obviously, metal doesn't. So in the wintertime, when the neck shrinks, the fret ends can pop out. This can appear in a couple different ways. One is just kind of like the edges. This one's not too bad.
No, that's not bad at all.
Down here, you can feel them a little bit. I found the feel already just to me.
Did you?
You're looking for something worse?
Yeah, that's not.
This one, honestly, out of the ones that we have here, was probably the most.
I bet you that John Mark.
Yeah, I already have the strings
Maybe.
off. That's the problem.
No, you're good. Keep going. But like, there's no reason why.
Teach me.
Yeah.
No, this isn't bad either.
What about
what about
the?
the-
Yeah.
Yeah, but the fret
They're
edges
rolled,
are
aren't they?
rolled, so it's like
Yeah.
it's nice.
No.
Elbow's fine.
No, it's fine.
What about the Chender?
The check.
Oh, the gender. Those frets shrink with the fretboard
Oh man.
because we don't know what they're made out of.
GHS says, yeah, you did the boomer
Probably
string.
made out of
Nice.
snails.
Yeah, hey, what strings does everyone here actually use? I know we did that string choice stream where we talked about that, but I'm curious.
Everything's fine.
Yeah. How's that?
Good.
good.
Do we have any sandpaper? You bring me sandpaper?
I don't have any 600 now.
I was gonna say the max we have is what, 2 something?
Yeah, I know.
Which is not enough.
No. Anyways, so I'm just gonna use a flat file for these. So there's 2 ways it's gonna appear. One is if the fret is like fully too long, you'll kind of feel it from the bottom of the neck. The other is that you'll just kind of feel the corners popping out a bit more, and that's kind of more or less what we're feeling right now. So with a flat file, I'm gonna check. It's like mostly just these first couple frets here. And the way you kind of want to do it is to kind of like, obviously not hit your fretboard, but kind of go around and kind of then kind of through and downward so that you're kind of curving the fret, or kind of like curving it, you know what I mean? Not just like straight across, because then you're going to create more sharp edges, so you kind of just want to curve it downward. So that also makes sure you're not hitting the fretboard.
Oh, Mitch, you missed out. We said we didn't deserve any likes tonight because we totally borked everything.
So already that's a little better. These first ones are kind of the ones that I'm feeling more.
Sam, I got that angle so it's showing off your sick tattoo.
Oh, cool. Shout out Jeff at Good Morning.
Indeed.
Mostly the bottom edge on this, which is
How many of you guys do your own setups and your own like fret work and like neck stuff like this? I'll be the first to say I do none of this. Sam's dad does this, or Sam does it. For me, I probably should learn how to do it all properly.
I mean, I know I still wouldn't. I know I do like the live teching stuff. I think live teching and doing full fret dressing and repairs and stuff is very different. Admittedly, I've only done this type of stuff when I've really needed to. But you're just gonna learn like obviously what damages the guitar firstly, and then you kind of
Don't do that.
Yeah, like when honestly the most times I've learned this type of stuff is like, oh well, that's bad now. like now you gotta fix it. Yeah. So
It's a good thing you're doing that on my Raven.
No, I'm confident doing it now. that's what I'm saying.
Most times it's after I've totally screwed it.
Yeah.
And this time's gonna be different.
This time is the one.
This is better.
So honestly, it mostly was just these first few frets, but that's really all it is. It's like, again, when you're kind of shaping it. And sorry, I should have said another thing. If it's like where the fret end is fully popping out way further than the neck, you can usually go in from the bottom and kind of hit that so that it levels off with it, and then kind of crown it on the top, or not crown, but like shape it on the top.
Yeah.
So just down
Crown
and through. It literally was just these first four that were kind of popping on this guitar. I'm surprised. Usually it's worse in here, but I guess it's been a little warmer this fall. But yeah. Oh. That one right there.
The red EV Rooster's not down here, is it?
I was gonna say the red or the white one.
Actually gonna
It's I forget which one it is.
feel better.
I
doing
could get it down if you want.
Good.
No, it's fine.
Watch the Keiths.
I see it. See, this one's tricky because I don't want to do it and hit the body.
Anybody get any cool new stuff? I got some new things while I was out west. I got a couple of new pedals.
we gotta try out, yeah.
Yeah.
You want me to go grab them?
No, because we can't plug them in anyway.
Yeah, well, you can show them off.
No, that's for another day.
Oh, tune in next week or another week. I don't know when.
Yeah. So oddly, it was like the first 4 frets and then this fret right here. Just on that one side. It's kind of weird. Anyways. Does anyone have any questions about that? Because I was very scared of filing, and then I just realized the main thing is you just need to hit it from the right angle and not hit the fretboard or the neck or the body.
And remember, it's not your guitar, so it doesn't matter in the end.
That's very untrue. Especially if you're doing someone else's guitar, you want it to be good.
I mean, mine would look fine with a black headstock too, so I'll just take the neck off of his Raven and swap it.
Yeah,
It'll be okay.
I don't know if the silver burst with the tobacco. Like,
No, your headstock's just black.
no, I know, but if I put this on,
Oh yeah, no, yours will be.
that would be terrible.
Yeah.
Black on here would look okay, but probably got a Highwind Direwolf. Nice dude. Highwind stuff is sick.
Yeah, Jordan's a good dude.
He is.
Really nice guy. I actually got to try his amp that he made at NAMM too, and it was
Yep.
sweet. It was really nice. Okay, this is clean. I'm going to clean the fretboard now. Hydration is a good thing. Luke, actually.
Yeah.
Is there any other, just the white? Yeah, can I use that?
I'll grab a rag.
Yeah. So I have some F1 oil which I'll use. You don't want to use this on like a maple or anything. If it's a finished maple, honestly, I'll just use like a guitar polish. But I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do some Gordamite. Actually, no, I'm gonna do the Gordamite first. Well, I left that in my tech box, which is right here. Oh yeah. Let's grab it.
Now, where do you get most of your teching supplies slash sound supplies? Do you get from Music Nomad?
I just bought a few things from Music Nomad for this last tour. I like their stuff. Yeah, it's good. Like they have a good wide array of products. Hoogie actually got me hooked up with this lizard spit stuff,
Yeah.
which is honestly like it's great. This is like, I will say the F1 polish, the guitar polish is very streaky. Get their piano one.
You were telling me that.
Yeah, TJ showed me that. TJ has showed me so many hacks. But Yeah, get the piano one because it doesn't leave smearing marks like the guitar one does.
Gotcha.
But this stuff does not. Like the lizard spit is awesome. This is actually probably some of my favorite cleaner I've used. So thank you, Hoogie. He gave me like 4 bottles of this stuff.
Nice.
So, awesome. And then yeah, I did a music nomad order before the last Peach Pit tour just because they have such a wide array of stuff and it's quite affordable. It'll do the trick. This mat's what I use for just like fly dates. If it's a full tour, we'll have like a workbox, but honestly, it's a lot of the same tools.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff. Gorgamite is my favorite cleaner for frets.
Okay.
These are not too bad. But you'd be surprised how much.
Mine was bad.
Luke's was very bad. You'd be surprised how much this stuff gets off. Powdery.
Basil got new fuzz and a new OD. Chase Tone and Snowbletone. Which Snowbletone did you get?
So
The old Daily Driver's a good pedal.
It's a great pedal.
What else did you get?
You still have it on your board? You do.
I do.
Literally right
Schnobes.
there. Schnobes. Dorian. Custom Hop Angle 212. Nice, dude. Angle cabs sound really good. Does it have that metal grill on it? Okay. So yeah, this is just like a fret cleaner. I'll usually fold it into like a skinnier piece because like it's not, you don't really want to use it for the fretboard. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it for the fretboard because it'll take some of the color off. But like some of the little residue there is okay. You just don't want to push too hard directly on it.
The new Daily Driver Boost. Ah, nice.
Sweet.
Is it good?
Except for a couple frets. Unplugged edition.
Unplugged link
You're
right.
unplugged.
Sam, while you're doing that, Aiden asks, where do you guys source Gorgamite?
It's very hard to find. I got this from my dad. I don't know where he got it.
Yeah.
It's quite difficult to find. I wish I had an answer for that. I've had this same square of it for like 3 years, and I am very sparing with it.
I know how to get it, and I'm just not going to tell you.
How?
I'm just kidding. I don't know how.
Oh. Get out of here, fly. It's a fly on the guitar. There are other fret cleaners you can get that are good too. Like if you can find Gorgamite, I like it, but I just can't think of who sells it. I think originally Warwick made it, but I don't think they do anymore. It's not too bad actually.
Yep.
Standard. So now we use the cloth just to give it a wipe down, get the residue off, and then we use the F1 oil, which will hydrate. And hydration is the name of the game with winter.
Amen.
Because yeah, as soon as the heat comes on, wood starts to shrink because it gets dried out, and that's when you run into frets popping. That's when you run into it. Like obviously, you know, it's primarily a big thing with acoustic guitars because they're hollow and they're a lot more susceptible to all of that. I remember at Quest, like there was for a while there people would buy guitars without humidifiers, and then they'd crack. Obviously, they buy like cheap vendors and stuff like that. And,
Or really expensive tailors.
Yeah, I was going to say.
you know
Like
what?
my
You
Taylors.
know what's funny is I love how Taylors sound and feel, but I've seen more of those crack in Winnipeg than any other bridge.
Yeah.
I
have two of them.
But we made
Austin's
we literally
crack
made it
too.
a mandatory part of the sales process to tell them about humidification and say like if you don't buy this and it cracks, it's not covered because
Yeah.
this is a maintenance thing. It's a lot more important with an acoustic instrument because it's hollow, but with an electric, it still makes a difference. Like honestly, like with my Raven, as soon as we turned our heat on, I just started keeping it in the case. Like the guitars that I use often. Our STDs, I don't care at all because they don't move.
Yeah, I mean, I've said here that like I want stuff cased up as soon as the winter comes, and for Luke to fill the humidifier every day.
Yeah,
and make sure
you
that
got
it's
it.
working.
That's all.
Ideally 40%, and obviously in this room it's hard, right? Because it's a tall room.
I rip it at
But-
60 in here.
But if you have a room humidifier that you can set to like 40, that's pretty perfect.
You
Or right
can,
from Tour Supply, perfect. Tour Supply is awesome.
there you go. We're going to buy up the whole supply.
They make a cool little tech box too. Cool. Look how much better that looks.
Yeah.
Nice and spiffy. So that obviously I wiped some of it off and wiped it in, but like that also kind of hydrates the fretboard. Obviously your neck plays a big role in that too, but keeping your fretboard hydrated will prevent it from drying out. That's pretty much it. F1 upgrade. Give that a second to go.
Will commented about having the little bit or whatever for a drill that was the string lighter thing, so that you can just quickly
Yeah. I have one in Vancouver.
Yeah.
it's with my full work box in Peach Pit Land at their jam space. But Ernie Ball makes a good winder. Yeah, I don't know if that's the one that you have, Will, but yeah, Ernie Ball makes one. There's a couple companies that do. You can also just get like a bit for an actual drill, and just got like an impact and drill your strings in 2 seconds. What would you guys use to glue Tolex that becomes separated?
That's tough because it totally depends on your climate.
It won't adhere to the glue too, like it needs to adhere to the wood. So like you might need to sand it.
You could try super gluing it and see if it works, but depends if that's happened because the Tolex is essentially shrunk.
Yeah, which can happen. Yeah, but
we changed what glue we use. Like the tail end of Mark II and into Mark III's because of having issues with that happen. Depending on climate you're in. And Cliff, I know you're like an East Coast guy, so I don't know if the fact that it is more humid in New York area than here, I don't know if that plays a role in it or what, but
maybe if it get drier, but
yeah,
drier for it to do that. Anyways,
well, when things get wet or too humid, like vinyls, they curl.
Oh right,
when they dry,
they over expand.
Yeah, and when they dry, they shrink.
Yeah.
So they'll pull kind of away, but then when they get humidified, they curl. Right. When we make stickers or decals or decals, whatever depending on where you live. The more humid it is, the more wavy the vinyl becomes, and the more it starts to curl.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Cool. We're gonna throw some string drawers on here, and I think this guitar came with 10s. I ordered mine with 11s because I wanted to use it for E flat. But we might need to adjust the bridge a little bit. We'll see what happens when we put the strings on here. Anyone have any questions about this or anything? Actually, you know what? I didn't use the old lizard spit yet. Let's find the clean side of this.
I would I would try crazy glue and see what it does.
Yeah.
But it's tough.
Yeah, at this point, the original glue is not going to adhere because it only adheres to wood, and there's glue on the surface. So, so yeah, you'll need something that's going to bond no matter what it is.
Yeah.
So usually with polishing, I do the wet dry cloth, which is very tried and true and well known, but I think that's work best. The
Wet dry
fly
wet
is going to die at some point today. Wet dry, yeah.
Wet dry?
You need to run a
Wet dry,
wet
Wet dry, wet dry, wet?
Wet dry, wet rig.
Widowy.
That's how it is. That's the type of rig that it is.
Does it remove tartrazine from the fretboard?
I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
Steve, that's a big word. We're not very smart here.
Nope.
Yellow.
Yeah.
Google what that word is, Luke.
Don't.
It's a big
What?
Unless you use your phone.
Let's just use my phone.
Okay, give her the old lizard spit and then wipe it down with the...
The hactois.
Yeah, give me a podcast. You see, she's like a millionaire already.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I don't know.
Whatever. Don't
Yellow.
Don't hate the game.
Yellow 5. I'm assuming it's like red 40, like the dyes.
Oh yeah. No, it shouldn't.
Yeah.
Should not. I mean, it looks a lot better than it did. Okay, we're gonna put some strings in this guitar. I'm also gonna take this one bar out.
Actually, that's called a tremolo arm, but...
Tremolo arm.
Oh, Cheeto dust color. Oh, I get it.
Oh.
Yes, it
I
does.
wish I had Cheetos right now.
Derek, that's what you're putting in your body, bud.
Yellow number 5.
That's really funny. I was like, is there a chemical that I'm supposed to know about that's in fretboards?
Yeah, I was like, is there something that's like seals the fretboards or something?
Nope. It is Cheetos.
I wish I had some Cheetos right now.
That's why they use these big words for what's in your
They're
food. 'Cause you don't know what it is.
cheesies.
Oh,
What's
yeah,
up,
Nick
Nick?
Weiss.
Nicholas.
Nicholas.
What up, Nick? What up, Bob? How you doing, dude?
Mr. McClett.
Bob, did you? Oh, you're not in Alabama anymore. Never mind. I was gonna say Furnace Fest happened.
I saw.
It looked sick.
Looked real good.
I think Matt Smith from Sweetwater was going to that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yep.
It's a big one.
That's a good bud.
Yeah.
Although that was the last Furnace Fest, right?
I don't know.
Or
It was the last Misery Signals US show.
Yeah, but I think they said it's the last Furnace Fest show.
For now. The last Misery Signals show for now.
No, I think they're.
Sure.
Yeah.
Kisses too.
Yeah, Misery Signals is a Kiss.
No.
What do we?
Who knows, bud? Who knows?
They're pretty similar.
Dunlop Cleaning Series, the 69 Farewell, the 65 to take care of it. Yeah, the Formula 65 is great.
Is We Were Young, is it on right now? Or is it coming up?
I feel like it'll be coming up.
It's coming up, yeah. Yeah, a bunch of my bandmates went last year in the mini.
When we were young, was it
Going?
mini?
It was last year.
Oh.
In Vegas.
Or Vegas? Or no, what did they go to? What happened? They did was it oh no, it was the last Warped.
No,
that was
no.
also years ago. What is going on with time? Wait, no, I did have some buddies go. I did have some friends that were, no, my buddy Paul was in Vegas and we went. I was like, wait, no, was me? Paul was in
Paul.
Vegas. Yeah.
Shut up.
Jeremy Bortot went, and while he was flying, and it was like all the bands that he wanted to see, right? While he was flying, his grandpa died.
No.
No.
He landed in Calgary from Ottawa
Oh no.
to family calling, and he got to
Dude.
or he got all the way to Vegas and turned around, booked a plane ticket, went home, and missed the whole
It's not the news I
festival.
wanted to hear right now.
No, does it bum you out?
Yeah.
Quit bumming me out, man. It's just what happens sometimes. Sometimes somebody dies and you don't get to go to the concert. I
Nick.
can't believe you're so bummed out about not going to the concert.
The concert's not important, so when someone died. I don't care
know.
about the concert.
That's right.
Nick, how was Vancouver, bud?
Oh, Vancouver.
Vancouver's great.
It is, yeah. I agree. Granville Island and such.
Yes.
Surrey.
Just that's definitely not Surrey.
Delta. Burnaby.
These are all better than Surrey.
Not by much, though.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Lemon oil on the Rosebud. Yeah, Rosebud Ebony fretboard's great. Down to November 30 nose, actually. What do you do for roasted necks and fretboards? Oil all of it, or just the fretboard?
That's a good question.
For a roasted maple?
Like, if you were going to do that EB rooster up there,
Yeah.
well, how would you,
I would just use a guitar polish that isn't going to stain it. You don't want
but would you go on the back of the neck as well? Or would you just do the fretboard? Because I think that's what he's asking, right?
It depends,
Yeah.
I guess. There are definitely, you don't want to use an oil on that. Oils will stain lighter fretboards, but, they're general. There are lots of just, standard, multi-purpose
Gun oil,
sprays that you-
tongue oil.
Linseed as well.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't even know if you need to do
I'll
oils.
stock in most places.
Yeah. Just get a decent spray cleaner that doesn't have any color in it. That's usually what I've used.
If Puff
Shaun.
Daddy doesn't end up killing himself or dying, he absolutely should buy stock in baby oil, like Johnson & Johnson, because
That's where we're going today.
Yeah.
well, right now you're talking about oil. Oil it up.
Dude, you did
Yes, I did bring it up.
Went to Jollibee. Nice, Nick. Was that the first time? Oh, dude, you're gonna go see the Prairie
We're gonna go
Joggers?
see the Prairie Joggers. and
Let's
see Bro's
go.
band. Nick, have you met Bo yet?
I don't think he
I don't
has.
think you have.
I don't think he has. No, he hasn't. Oh, you're in for a
Prairie
treat.
Joggers, that's sick. Yeah, Bo's out on tour right now.
Catch him. Prairie Joggers.
Where's he all going? All west?
West, yeah.
Yeah,
he's in Alberta now.
I was gonna say he's in Alberta now.
Okay, so I'm gonna get all these strings going on here.
It's weird that you do all of them at once. That
Actually-
your method?
No, that's because I can clean the fretboard that way. And your trim's not
What?
set up. Your
What?
trim, your trim.
No, I mean.
No, he's talking about popping them through beforehand, like all of them.
all of them at once, eh?
Well, because it's a trim, so as soon as I tension one of them, they're all gonna go out anyway. Right?
No, but you got all of these things flopping around here, but instead of just doing one at a time.
It's way less time.
All right.
I've been flipping the guitar back and forth.
I don't know. This has been 40 minutes of you doing this.
Because we're fucking talking. You want me to shut up and just do the guitar? I'm hanging out.
I'm gonna die.
Sorry about it.
Oh, sorry about. What's up? From the old Newfoundland. Newfoundland
Yeah?
or Newfoundland?
Newfoundland.
Newfound.
Yeah. What's everybody drinking tonight? We kind of asked earlier, but well, it's been 40 minutes, so. Might have changed. I'm about to move on from this Rattler.
Jollibee actually was pretty good. I remember when Perfecto
'Cause-
and those guys brought it here, and I was like, pretty surprised by how good the chicken
Oh,
was.
Jollibee was
I
awesome.
swear the day Perfecto came, Nick and I were talking about Jollibee, and I was trying to get him to go. And then it's finally happened. Or I could have been dreaming about you, Nick. That too.
It's all so
We
weird.
don't know.
It's awkward there, bud.
Kind of awkward.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, all the strings are on now. Now we're gonna wind them. With my
I get what you mean now.
What?
But you,
Yeah, Derek was saying I should do them one at a time, but to me it's easier just to feed them all while they're in the same position and then put them all where they're in the same position.
I get what he means now.
Yeah. What I mean or what Derek means?
What you mean?
Yeah. I mean, whatever. There's no. It depends on what you want to do. There's no way you do that. If you're taking all the strings off either way, like the only reason I did it on this is because this trim is not floating. It's going to stay where it's staying no matter what. So
Bias adjustment for the G20. There is no screw to turn. How do you do it?
it's in the middle of the power tubes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right in between the two power tubes. The bias points are on the back. If you take the lid off, you'll see a little hole in between the two
Might as well get one.
66s. Yeah. And there's
Probably one with no lid on
yeah.
it out there.
I'll show you. We'll grab one.
There will be.
I'm also going to take this tuner. Start tuning these up. You want this in E flat or standard?
E flat's fine since you put fatter strings on that. Shout out to my buddy Blake over at Stringjoy for sending me a bunch of strings to check out, and then tried to buy a case of them, and he just sent me a case of them. He's bought. Good dude. They're great strings. It's the first strings I've played since. No offense to any other wonderful string manufacturers.
No,
but
they are really nice. I like them.
it's the only strings I've played since playing D'Addario that I was like, yeah, these are going to replace that NYXLs for me.
Yeah. These are the only ones I've played that are on par for me.
All right.
So while Sammy does that, I'm trying to get so like the light's perfect, but you can't really see it. But it'll be right in between there. There's a little hole. Let me see if I can like.
Here, why don't you give it to me? 'Cause I might be able to get the angle better from where I'm
Oh, I got it there.
You got it?
Yeah. So it's that hole right there. It's a tiny little Phillips little trim pot there, and then twist it to the right to bring the bias up, and twist to the left to bring her down.
Yeah, bud. Get her all set the way you want. Then give her.
Yeah. Also, I recommend putting the bias all the way open to make sure that the tubes hit somewhere between like 125 and 140 to make sure that they actually will bias properly. And then once they fully opened up, you can close them to about 50. Hole next to the USB is a reset for the two notes.
There you go.
Well, I mean, if you do that, you might have to reinstall the firmware, so I wouldn't do it unless you have to. Okay, so I just kind of ear tune that. It seems like it's all good. I'm going to give them a little stretch here. And we'll plug it in and check the intonation, and then we'll set the neck where we want it, and then we're done. But main thing is, yeah, humidity, big time. You know, if it's really humid in your house, or sorry, if it's really dry in your house, I recommend, you know, definitely keeping your acoustic instruments humidified in cases. Electric's not quite as big of a deal, but you will experience it kind of in this transition period a little bit more.
The hole next to the USB.
There's like the little poke. Yeah, it's like a reset. Remember?
Yeah. Sorry, I wasn't here when you were talking about that, so I didn't hear it. Because normally when I'm out, I have ears and can hear you talk.
Yeah, see, this is a different gauge, so this might bite me a little bit. But I remember cranking the springs in this when Derek initially got it because he likes to go into drop D. So you want the bridge pretty flat.
I still gotta fix my Schecter.
What's wrong with it?
The bridge. It's like pulling weird. It'll pull sharp. Oh, there we go.
No!
It's already begun, my boy. You can't.
Nothing's gonna stop us now. In the words of Starship. We can build this thing together.
Can't dodge the inevitable.
Old Dutch's bud.
Cool. It actually intonated properly, and I'm not sure if that means like that these gauges are just properly set up for E flat because we dropped it down a half step with one gauge higher. And it actually intonated right on the dot, which is rare. But essentially, the intonation screws are these.
Mm-hmm.
So if you need to intonate it, if you tighten them, it's actually counterintuitive. If you tighten them, it'll drop the intonation. If you loosen them, it'll raise it because it brings it closer, which gives it more of a slope.
And how do you check that?
By playing the 12th fret versus the open string. So you'll plug into your tuner.
Mhm.
You'll play the.
I know.
You did a very good in-depth.
Oh yeah, sure. So you'll play your open string. Tuner's down here. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's D sharp. Play 12th fret. D sharp. Right on the dot. If it was sharp, I would need to tighten this, which would pull this back, present less of an angle, so that it doesn't go as sharp. And if it was too flat, I would need to loosen it so that it goes closer, creates more of a slope, and then that would make it go.
Does the intonation shift if you adjust the neck?
It can, depending on how high the strings end up going. Yeah, like generally, like this is, I just checked it now because I don't think we're going to go too far from this, but if I was going to make a huge neck adjustment, I'd probably do the action first and then intonate, because you know, when the action's really high, like sometimes you can kind of, if you're playing, you can bend it at a pitch if the string's too high, because you're literally physically pulling it down to hit the fretboard to a degree where you'll get that. That's when you would need to adjust.
I can do it whether it's
I know
high
you
or
can.
not.
Me too.
I got talents.
Anyways, that's pretty good.
Jose,
Yeah.
Jose, Josue. Is that Jose? Jose? Jose?
Love the video you did 3 years ago in Twitter 123. Thanks, man. One of us did it.
It wasn't me.
Sure. Thanks. Appreciate it. It's always fun doing those demos. Okay, we're gonna
A
check the
prime
score.
bag of chips, man. You should have one. I'm not even joking.
No, you're not about beating me on the street. Someone's gonna video cap it.
It's gonna be him.
It's gonna be Derek. Yeah.
All you're gonna hear, this is gonna be slow
See you
mo.
next team green.
It's gonna be like this. Slow
Love you, buddy.
Careless Whisper with Sam eating.
We'll play my Careless Whisper cover
I was
that we
gonna
did
say.
for that video. Okay. We're gonna check the string height. I know, based on how you play, that I don't think you would like a super low action. I think you like more of like a medium. I would say, like you play pretty heavy-handed, but like not super high, but enough that you can dig in, right?
Would you prefer normal or Dorian?
Oh no, Dorian's action's way too low. Dorian uses
That's a low action.
Dorian uses nines with extra small frets with like
1
the
millimeter.
lowest possible action you can
And
possibly
really
have.
small hands.
Or 0.5?
Like
Yeah.
Austin Powers circus midget small hands.
Or Austin Parks?
We do know that STL Tones has that because they called it the Raven and not the Revv, and they didn't ask us. But it's still sweet that they did it, and
Yeah.
they make really good products. And from what I've heard, they did a great job of creating that type of sound. So definitely no hate there. If anything brings any awareness to our brand through those things, then that's all we ask for, and that definitely does.
Yeah, the only person I don't like about any of that stuff is Kemper. So anybody else, go right ahead.
Yeah, STL, great.
Yeah.
STL also did one
Also-
120.
All right, let's get the comment section going. How's everybody feel about the Kemper firmware update costing $300?
Oh, what?
I didn't hear
that.
about this.
Screw that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's for the like little Kemper,
Yeah.
like the pedal one.
Mm-hmm.
$299 for a firmware update now.
Wow.
That's because they're probably operating on DOS.
Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. And we'll cut that part out.
Okay, I'm gonna raise your action a bit. This is at 1 mil. That's very.
We try it first.
It's lower than you want. Alright, hey, hand wash.
Sam
No.
Cliff
What do you
hates,
want to wash it with?
Water.
Oh, fuck that.
Cliff
I think
hates
with
you.
this
He
hand.
wants you to do
He did eat them with his right hand. It's a little buzzy. Yep. Just like a little bit higher, right? Like I'd probably go to 1.5 mil. And I think in millimeters, not just because we're Canadian, but to me, it's more linear than 16 to 30
Makes it
seconds of
bigger.
an inch. Yeah, exactly. Bigger numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Kemper player.
Yeah, that one's.
Yeah, you can hear it kind of choking there. So by the nut, it's too low. If it was by the bridge, I'd want to adjust the saddle, but it's too low around here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a really easy one. That's just a truss rod. So let's see what size the rod is.
Yeah.
How big's the rod?
Big enough.
10 mil.
10 mil, baby. Let's go.
I got 6. Inches.
6 mil is not 2 inches, but it's gonna fit. Let's see.
You're just full of them today.
I wasn't kidding there, dude. It's just there's so much innuendo in this industry. Oh, it's tight. It's tight,
Why
bud.
do you want some chips?
No.
I'm okay
They're
for
real
now.
good.
Okay,
Real
so
good.
I'm okay for now.
we're going to follow the righty-tighty, lefty-loosey principle. Loose, less tension, release. Neck goes up. Tight, neck goes down.
Good to know.
We're going to go about a quarter turn.
You're releasing tension.
I'm releasing tension. That's probably, I literally could feel that. That's probably all we're gonna need. So let it sit for a second here. My dad showed me this and I just do it. People are crazy. I can just do that and just speed it up. Just need to go faster.
Yeah, seriously.
And then, let's see here.
It's like that one. It's like that one video where the guy tried to do that with an acoustic, and it just.
And that's actually right on 1.5 mil. On the low, I would go about 2 mil, which is right on the dot, because I had it set up for that angle before. And the one thing I'm going to switch here, because I did this on mine and I noticed the same thing, is that the neck pickup is really low on this one side.
Mm-hmm.
Even that out maybe a little bit. And then we're gonna-
On to the old Alexander Keys in honor of the old Hugin.
Huginator.
Yeah, the Huguenot. Yeah, I think it's lame that you paid for a piece of gear and then you have to pay for an update on it.
Yeah.
Waves. Pro Tools.
Yeah, but that's software. You're like, you know, that's what you're getting, and you're getting essentially a new piece of gear. You're getting software. That's not hardware. It's hardware. Come on.
Yeah. That's like if you had to pay for the new iOS. Kind of.
Yeah.
That's
Without getting a new laptop.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like to upgrade.
Okay, so this.
Oh, Richard, 92 Les Paul Custom. Please join the
Right here.
Revv community on Facebook and send us a picture of that.
Get in
Yeah.
contact with him so he can buy it off you.
92.
So this string actually was a bit flat now, so I'm gonna loosen this a bit. I don't have my actual good screwdriver here, so I'm gonna do this without destroying the body on this guitar because I'm an idiot. Should have brought the right tools. That's probably all it needs.
The kicker is their firmware that's highest doesn't include the firmware version below it. Ooh.
Oh, wino.
Ooh.
I like the wino.
You read the Kemper thing? Is Kemper being in trouble? I mean, the Quad Nano Cortex is gonna be eating their lunch.
Yeah, that's,
Right.
honestly, that's a cool piece of hardware for $600.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Canadian or US?
Canadian.
So what's that compared to Tonex? Same? Cheaper.
I think it's cheaper.
I think it's cheap. I feel like the Tonex is
and it's,
7.
and it's basically just like a profiler in a box, and you just put whatever you want on it.
It's like paying child support for your stepson.
Did Basil say that?
No.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say he's here, but okay. Try that. You hear the difference in attack right away.
Yep.
That's a normal.
Still buzzy, but
That's the amount of buzz that I would accept. Any more than that, it's choking.
It's like built-in spring reverb if you think about it.
You won't even hear that amount like through an amp. Like, you'll hear it if it's like choking.
also helps if you play.
Yeah.
Ever. I will not hear it.
I mean, that's usually about right, so it's fine.
It's comfortable at the 12th fret, which is all that matters.
Cash register.
Yeah, for register.
Sam Cliff said we should do Floyd Rose next time.
Yeah, sure.
We still have an hour.
I actually have.
Yeah, exactly.
We started later.
We don't have enough.
I actually, my dad actually showed me a really cool trick for balancing a foot that is like super handy. So I'd be down to do that. Yeah.
Or we wait. Get Bruce on when he's good.
Yeah. Good. Essentially, if you can like, while you're restringing it, if you can just keep like tune it and use a shim to keep the bridge level.
Yeah.
Get it in tune, pull the shim out, and then all you have to do is re-level the bridge, and it should balance to that tuning.
It's pretty sweet.
It's pretty quick. Yeah.
How many of you guys have played a Tom Anderson?
That's a great question, actually.
Yeah.
So we might talk about
These are two of our, like, the Ravens are two of our favorite guitars between.
I will confidently say, man, okay. So I will always shout out RCDs because I still use their guitars all the time, and they are my favorite brand. But the Raven has been getting the most attention recently. So yeah, it's been great.
Jason Ross pack strings works great as a shim.
That's
to know.
That's literally what I use, Jason. Yeah, just use packs of strings.
What's up, Jay?
The Doobie Brothers.
Kinda.
Anyways, that's it. Humidity is key.
Hydration.
Hydration, humidity. Got a small flat file.
Oil it up.
Yeah, P Diddy.
You're a Tom Anderson virgin. You should fix that. Mike.
Mike, you know what? Everybody told me when I ordered it, they're like, it's going to change the game for you, and it totally did. So, Robbie, if you ever come through here, you can try out our RSTDs anytime.
You have your generator green channel, red aggression, sounding exactly like your MT100 channel too.
Cool.
Wow.
Nice.
That's awesome.
You're ripping her if you're doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think Mark has a Mark III generator.
Yeah. Confused me for a second. Mark is a Mark III. What?
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I know he does. Get him one. It's not like he has his own amp or anything.
I should trade him.
An MT100 here. I haven't tried one.
It's cool.
You tried it? Yeah.
Yep. The ones I've tried are really cool. I know a lot of people complain about the second channel. I like it.
You can probably switch the camera now.
Oh yeah, right. I guess we're done, eh?
Well, we're done that portion.
I know. That's what I mean. There you go, boys. Basil, what movie are you watching today? And what's your favorite so far? Big horror
The neck
movie
on
guy.
this guitar feels so good.
It's the best.
Yeah.
I will say that having a bigger neck for me has been really game changing live.
That's bigger?
This is bigger than what I'm used to with
The
with the
RSTs.
RSTs for sure. And the NJ. Like, this is a bit thicker than the NJ.
Yeah.
Pretty close to mine.
It is. It's like
It's almost more of a D.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
But live, like when I've been doing gigs with it, I always find that the really shreddy guitars with the RST, sometimes if it's really going, I'll overshoot it. This kind of like holds you in place a bit more.
True.
It's really nice.
I won't play it fast enough to overshoot.
I was gonna say, I agree.
Yeah. Jason, the MT100 is really cool. It's kind of like the... I don't know what I would say it's a cross between. The second channel is modeled after one of Mark's Dumbles, and it's a really good like overdrive channel. The third channel is like a rectifier on steroids. Like it's tighter, it's clearer than a rectifier is, but it's got that like massive like bottom end to it.
The one last breath tone.
Mm-hmm.
Big
And
boom.
I've seen the I think it's called the Third Power Dragon, the Satch amp. I've seen it and I've heard it in person. I saw Satch and Vi in Dallas at the Dallas Guitar Show, or well, they weren't at the Dallas Guitar Show, but I saw them in Dallas, and they sound good. I haven't had a chance to play one. Well, I don't know about a thick neck. Oof.
Yes,
Depends on how
Jason.
thick.
The thicker, the better.
This is more medium to me. This is definitely not thin.
It's not. Yeah, it's not thin, but it's not
It's
thick
not a
either.
wizard.
No.
Yeah.
Return of the Living Dead, nice. Nightmare on Elm Street's great.
I don't watch horror movies.
I'm a big horror movie guy.
Are you? Why?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
You don't have enough anxiety in your life. You need to,
Yeah, exactly.
shit
Need a
out of
little more.
yourself every day. And
I don't know. It's weird. I
You
almost
almost
look at
poop
it
your pants, is that
like
what you
art. No, I almost look at it like art,
oh.
like the effects and stuff.
$6,000? Yeah. Joe's probably getting like 2,000 of that or 1,500 of that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. 4 microphonic preamp tubes? I mean, that's not... Well, it is kind of shocking that you had 4 of them in one amp, but it's not shocking that you have microphonic tubes right from factory. We have stuff that we burn in for like like over the weekend, and we still come in and we're like, and these tubes now are screwed. Or they go out to a customer after we've tested
And
it,
within 2 days.
and within 2 days they're like, something's wrong. And we're like, yep. Cliff, you don't know what you like more, Sir or Anderson? For me, Anderson, hands down. No offense to Sir, they make great guitars, but I guess I still just haven't found the Sir that like I gel with properly.
You gotta try like a classic.
You gotta try.
Wow.
Have you tried the
Mhm.
Asato ones?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was
I
nice.
really-
Like last year, we had that at the.
Oh yeah, right.
That
I made
summit.
you. Yeah.
Yep.
Did you try the Telly or the Strat?
I like the Andy Wood Telly.
No, the Asato has a Telly too.
I know. Last year, I think we had the
Strat.
mostly the Strat,
The S.
and I had a Strat, like a classic antique at Summit this year, a red one, for the majority of the show. But like, I have this Modern Plus, the Bengal Burst, and it's a nice guitar, like no question. I just my NJ just to me destroys it. Like I don't know why. Yeah.
I think it's just different styles, kind of in a
Yeah.
way. Different
I love
tastes.
Love how it looks. The trem on it's great. The neck just doesn't feel as good as my Nick Johnson. Any good pedal combo for the D20? What do you mean? Like what pedals are good?
5th anniversary G series pedals.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, any G series.
Anybody get the 5th anniversary pedals that are watching? I have to check the forums to see if anybody got a golden ticket yet. Brian Wall got one.
Really?
Yeah.
So did John Mattis.
Really?
He sent me a video. He's like, "Hey, what do I do?" It was like kind of funny.
Well, just give you T-shirt.
Yeah.
Classic is their best. Also, their classic tee. They played an Angel. Jason's got a couple of Sirs I remember playing like way back. Do you still have your white Telly, Jay? That was a nice guitar. I remember playing that. I'm pretty sure you brought that to when we did the Dumble video thing in Nashville, didn't you, Jason? Jason and I did the Dumble with the Torpedo Studio video back like
Yeah. that was-
2017,
that
I
was a
think,
fun one,
with Joey Lander. Oh, so much fun. That amp sounded horrible. Nice. That's an awesome guitar. I remember playing that, right? Like, I'm pretty sure that's what you brought, because I don't think we were playing Joey's guitars. And, like, yeah, that amp sounded terrible when we first got
I
there.
remember you saying that. You're like, "Yeah, I tried Dumble. It wasn't really."
No, it was heartbreaking. It got better, though. I don't know why. Like,
And the tube formed up, I guess. I don't know.
Like, no, like, it was on for like 2 or 3 hours before it got better. It was really weird. I'm from Holland, isn't that weird? You know how many times I quoted Goldmember to the Dutch when I was there? It's so good. Yeah.
That is a bit.
Oh, yeah.
This thing feels great. Right? It's funny, like putting 11s on this immediately. It feels the same as mine does. Like,
Nice.
I have this guitar that feels better with 11s.
Pass me the Nouveau.
Sure.
The Nuovo. Nuevo.
I could use some new strings, yeah. Hey Sam, how do we set up a mastery trim?
Painstakingly. Master trims are not bad.
Good to know.
Yeah. This is also.
Amazing strings, I can tell from this and that.
They're dead.
So is my end.
Versus this.
Yeah.
That's the strings, that's not the guitar.
You'd
Jason,
rather buy 25 amps for the price of one. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Jay?
how's it going, Jason?
So many Jasons. It's nothing but like if Jason Ross or Jason Sidides comments,
Could have been a
we
full.
almost had it where it was like the full feed of just Jason's. Nice. Thanks, Adam.
Cool.
How do you guys like all the dumb little things we've been doing with like which team are you on? Did everybody love Luke with his green team?
Green team.
Didn't you have the purple pedal?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how I messed that one up. Could you believe that, Sam?
I could.
As long as I'm Jason number one. Fair. I mean, I knew you before I knew Jason Sidides, so or Sidides. Jason, I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong.
Yeah, we do actually have Oompa Loompas.
Oh, the lag is way better on this computer. Like usually we're a few seconds behind.
This monitor is like directly from, like there's lag. There's still lag, but this is monitoring that. Whereas when you're on the RTMP, it's monitoring the stream.
The actual feed.
Yeah. Wall of Jason's.
Oh right, we're directly from studio.
Yeah.
Richard, Jason, or sorry, not Jason, Jared spec'd all of that out, so I actually didn't see it because you guys did that while I was gone, I think, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I saw it when Jared posted about it.
It looks
How's the
great.
trans tube amp made work? Do they have transistors on the preamp side and tubes on the power amp side?
It's no, they're fully solid state. Like if it's like the PV trans tube thing, it's all solid state. It's just using transistors to emulate a tube sound.
Yeah, that's a nice guitar. That's also a nice guitar. What's everybody's favorite guitar that they have? I'd like to know that. What's your favorite?
Right now, the Raven.
Yeah.
All time. Just because it's been my tried and true from 960.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that thing forever, and it just works. But
Do you have one of the first Raws, or is that one not a Raw?
I have one of the first raw 7 strings.
Hmm.
Yeah, they sent me that
Yeah.
in 2019 when Universe was on tour with.
That's the pink one.
Yeah, Villa Maya tour with I want to say Versus, maybe.
That wasn't the Era Polyphia one you were talking
No,
about?
that was with the Option. That was with
Oh.
Yeah, no, I wasn't with RC stuff. And that was when I had my Schecter Blackjack. Yeah. Hey man, that thing ripped.
Schecters are great.
I put bare knuckles in it. That was kind of when Schecter was starting to kick ass. Yeah, like I put bare knuckles in it, and that thing was great. Like, yeah. I am in Gia, correct? Yeah.
Gallagher Beaubergeau. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's a great guitar, man.
1989 Kramer Knights one. Nice, Charles.
Yeah.
That's awesome. How come you're not asking what band I'm in there? Jose?
Threadline.
No, not anymore.
Remember when you were like, "Hey, I want to get you to write drums for these demos," and then nothing happened?
Yeah. I've asked you and Stobes that.
Yeah. Funny how now people
Oh.
send me stuff to write drums for. Jacob sent me a riff the other day. He's like, "You write drums for this?" It's like, I don't play drums.
Jason's
program
got a
them real
Martin
well, though.
OM21.
Oh.
I wish.
I don't play enough acoustic guitar to justify owning a Martin, but I want one real bad. Peg said P90s? Nice. Your favorite guitar is the guitar in my hands? Nerge, this one?
I would agree.
The Novo? Sarah's J? What, this or the,
Mirrors.
what's that?
Mirrors?
Is it Mirrors or, yeah. Yeah. Or the Mirrors J. I'm getting another one, eh?
That's got the F hole in it, right?
Yeah, I think that's the only difference is that the Mirrors is, hollow.
Yeah, there was a purple one
Same hollow.
at NAM.
Yeah. Nice.
It was real nice.
What band are you in? Cool guy with the weird guitar.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
At least you're cool.
Cool guy.
Derek used to play in a band called Threadline.
Yes,
Yeah.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a joke.
Oh, 10 years. Yeah. I don't play any acoustic guitar is the problem.
Yeah.
I might if I had a really nice acoustic guitar, but the chances are
You do, though.
because I have some nice
Yeah.
Taylors, but Martins are a different animal. Yeah.
Yeah, man, a good Martin's tough to beat. A D28, or honestly a good J45, like. That's the thing, I love how the Taylors play, but after teching for a bunch of different like country bands and like dealing with some higher end acoustics, like, man, the Gibsons and Martins sound so good in a live setting. Yeah.
I was gonna say the same, like being at Country Fest and stuff.
Yeah.
Hearing actual like Gibson stuff. It's like,
Yeah, like good J45 or good D28, you're cruising. That's one thing I would like to own at some point is like a really nice acoustic like that.
I say when you go to Grand Junction and get that Martin.
Oh, that 40s one.
Yeah.
Jeez, yeah, the pre-war. That was cool. What was this store called?
JB Hart.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was something hard.
Luke and Derek and I slept at a place called JB Hart in Colorado on our way down to NAM, and they had a pre-war Martin that was just insane. Yeah, it was really nice. It was restored, I think, but
Which they didn't have to show us. It was very nice of them.
the dude
did.
literally was like, "Hey, you want to try it?" And I was like,
It was awesome.
Oh, Jason Ross. Jason Sadides is like one upping you here a little bit. Callings 0-2-8.
Oh no.
Callings are unbelievable. Oh, like Sadides was just sitting at home watching, just being like, just wait.
Wait, they're gonna talk about acoustics.
Oh, yeah, and mic drop. Speaking of JB Hart, so we have a little project that I started, and you guys helped me a little bit with it. But we started this at the beginning of the year that we're going to start launching videos for either this week or, oh, nice, watching from Minnesota, you betcha. Riffs and Reefer.
Sounds like you're in beer.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's a
like
difference.
That's my
That's
birthday.
right.
Buddy, that's you and Bo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason too has evolved. Nice. So we started this fun little thing because I travel a ton, and we're gonna start putting videos up about it probably either this week or next week. That's what we had today, right?
I think so.
So you guys can watch if you guys aren't subbed to all of our social channels, sub to at least one of them. So I've visited, I think it's close to 100 guitar stores now this
I
year.
would say so.
Like between 90 and 90 and 100 stores, and I've been shooting video at every one of them. And we're doing this thing that's called Let's Check Out the Guitar Store. So you guys are gonna get to come along with me or sometimes Sam or any of us. So far it's been me that's been traveling to most of them, but like
Yeah, we did a few on our trip to NAM, but
Yeah, and Luke-
you do more of the road.
We're
work.
doing
Luke and
a
I
bunch.
did a bunch on the way back from Sweetwater. Yeah.
See me.
So watch for Let's Check Out the Guitar Store because
I will say that even on the trip we were on, even the smaller stores that didn't have a ton of stuff, there was
it's cool stuff.
there was something cool in each store that we would find where it's like unique to their store
Yeah,
or
man.
their area. And it
That
was
J Reich
like,
music.
J Reich in where was that again?
South Dakota.
South Dakota, Sioux Falls.
Sioux Falls.
Yeah, J Reich was great. I mean, that's how you found out about the John Mark guitars, as well.
No.
No, that was in.
Not through
That
the
was
same
in
store.
Bismarck.
But same thing. Like you found out about them just through stopping at some random.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
You know, it was
I
just
found
like-
out about them stopping at
you stop in the store and say, "Oh, this guy makes guitars."
Solid
and it's
Rock.
like, and it's like, "Oh, they're good."
Rock Solid. I don't remember what it's called. Solid Rock or Rock Solid.
Solid. I
Rock Solid
think.
Music in Bismarck.
Yeah, that's all I meant though. Same thing. You know, you walk into there not knowing what it's about, and then there's this dude making those guitars there.
Yeah.
You know, like it's cool.
Killer.
Yeah.
Okay. Those Steagles are great. Yeah. What is the most feeble, expensive guitar you have played?
I do mean feasible.
Yeah, what do you mean by
in terms of-
feeble, expensive?
Maybe feasible.
I think feasible. Like expensive guitar that you could maybe
Maybe
afford.
Oof.
I like Nash's.
Yeah.
Nash's?
I like Nash's.
Yeah,
Used-
get out more.
Why?
They're nice,
We
but
got thick necks. I like the necks.
Yeah.
all right.
Mitch, second approach is right.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Man. I'm trying to think.
I need the nerd there to explain what he means by feeble.
Yeah.
The nerd.
I mean, a lot of the guitars that I've played that I
It
really
says
like
physically weak. Like you mean like
Like FEEB. FEEB.
No, I know what feeble means.
Yeah.
I just don't know if that's the exact thing.
like what's the shittiest
I was gonna say,
expensive
I feel
guitar
like
you
most of the
played?
guitars that I've really been drawn to, like, have not been totally unattainable. Like, I'm not into like guitar like the one currently. Oh, it is broken on kick. I see. I remember that video, man. Do you see that? Where you
Yeah.
lead is the thing like this, and then it's like,
I'd say like the
So-
Ibanez S
so an expensive
series of
guitar,
something.
an expensive guitar that we played that wasn't built well.
And I don't want to own anybody for that, but I've played some like no big brands that I'm gonna out here, but I've played like some small builder stuff where they're asking like $10,000 for something, and it was honestly like a piece of shit.
Yeah, it's just
And
like,
it's-
this is the time.
It's just the guy has spent like 100+ hours on something, so he's like, well, it's worth, and I'm like, No.
Yeah, it's a tough one because obviously you know your time is worth something, but at the same time, it needs to be good if you're gonna charge that much. So what?
Luke.
I'm not in the camera. It's fine.
He's pointing at something. What's the most expensive guitar any of you guys have ever played?
Derek has a good flex from Guitar Summit.
Yeah. It's not the most expensive guitar I played though.
What's the expensive guitar I played was at CME.
Which one?
Or no, at
JB.
Carter.
Mine would be JB.
Carter Vintage.
What did you play?
I played like an $80,000, $100,000 Strat.
Okay.
Nice.
I was gonna say mine's probably that Martin.
The pre-war one.
Yeah.
How much was that?
I don't know, but it.
That would have been
That
out
was
there.
like 45,000 or something.
45,000 US.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably the most expensive I've ever played.
That's the most expensive you've ever played?
Yeah. Yeah, Carter Vintage I think was probably for me.
If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, follow me. I'm Derek Revv on Instagram. I'll post a video tomorrow of one of the most expensive guitars I've ever played.
Do it. Collab with them too.
Yeah. With Gibson?
Yeah.
It was actually at Guitar Point, the shirt that I'm wearing, which this is a European shirt. It is a 2X and it feels like a large. Like it is very
Yeah.
tight.
European
Like,
UX is different.
yeah. They're not built like we are over there.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. So I got to play. I was with Perfecto. If you guys don't know Perfecto de Castro, hey, what's up, Joe? If you guys don't know Perfecto de Castro, he's our friend from Los Angeles, killer guitar player, YouTuber, just all around good dude. Also, his friends introduced us to Jollibee, so shout out to
Yeah.
Perf and Jeff and
JC and Roland.
Roland, thank you. Yeah. Anyway, Perf and I were at Guitar Point in Frankfurt, and Guitar Point is like vintage and custom shop stuff only. Like, there was only a couple of guitars that were under like 4,000 euros. Most of them were. There's a few that were like 3,000 euros maybe, but most stuff was like, I don't know, like 8,000, and the most expensive guitar was 150,000.
Yeah.
So here, I'll tell you guys a little bit of the crazy story, and like I said, I'll post a video tomorrow. So I got to play a 1958 original, fully original, gold top Les Paul, and it was unbelievable. The neck pickup on it, I think, is probably the best sounding neck pickup I've ever heard.
It was like an original PA.
Yep.
Yeah.
Guitar just sounded unbelievably good.
Yeah.
Played great. Yeah, it was 150,000 euros. Okay, so here's the kicker though, and this is the thing that will blow your mind the most. Okay, so $150,000 guitar, right? They also bring us to try. Also, shout out to Simon who runs Guitar Point. If you're ever in Frankfurt, you go by there, and like, dude just loves guitar. Like, he's like me, that like, if you ever get to come here, I will hand you anything that we have here for you to try playing it.
He just wants you to try it
because it's just, same with that NAMM. Like, the amount of people have come by that have been like, oh, is that the NJ? I'm like, yep, here you go.
Yeah,
like, so
let them enjoy it to the level that you do.
yeah. So anyway, he brought everything for us to try. So he also brings out an all original 59 ES335 for us to play. So the Les Paul was 150,000, the 59 was 70,000, and then I can't remember what the other guitar. Oh, it was a completely mint condition, either I'm gonna screw it up. I think a 62 Strat. Like it looked like it just came out of its case.
Yeah.
There was not a scratch on it, and he said that essentially the Strat had never really been played. The Strat played like absolute garbage. It had absolutely no mojo. Like, you played it sounded dead. It was just, awful. The craziest thing about all of this is that, so 150, 70, and I think the other one was around like 70, right? One dude was coming in later that day, had bought all of them. They just let us try them before the guy came to get them. I'm like, somebody just spent 300,000 euros on 3 guitars? And he's like, yes. Like, it was crazy. So, but the 58, actually the two of the nicest guitars I've ever played are both 58 Les Pauls.
Yeah.
I've played Bukavac's 58 Burst. That's the most expensive guitar. I think that's the most expensive guitar I've ever played. It was like $260,000 or something. Like, just crazy. The buyer must be now. Yeah, I mean, the amount of money, like, I was trying to think about it. Like, Perf and I were talking about it. I'm like, well, if I sold, like, all of my guitars that I have and almost all of my amps, I could probably buy that one guitar.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like,
That's really crazy.
yeah. Or like my house. I could sell my house. Derek, did you check out MGH guitars at Guitar Summit? I did not. Hey, what's up, Steven?
Eric, I'll check that tomorrow. Sorry if I didn't see you.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy. Yeah.
I've not checked this. I saw somebody said about Wild Customs. Is that the Wild Customs from France? Do you remember those? We had two of those for a while that Guillaume...
We did. Guillaume got us to try those, yeah.
They were cool guitars.
They were.
Yeah. What's going on, Eric?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are probably the most expensive guitars I've ever played. I've played a couple other, like a Slash signed.
Yeah.
Gibson did a limited run in 2010, somewhere around there, of Appetite Burst guitars. They were like 15 grand each. I've played one of those. At Guitar Point, I played 57 Strat that was $45,000. Like, yeah, cool things and like cool experiences to have, to be able to try stuff like that and like hold a piece of history.
Totally, yeah. For me, it's like those guitars. Obviously the 58s like play and sound amazing. To me, often they're in that regard like any other guitar, but it's kind of, as you said, about the history behind it and kind of what it represents, and yeah, it's very cool.
Mike, you saw one of your favorite guitarists on Tuesday, and he had a shocker night. What do you mean by shocker night? Like shocker bad or shocker good? Yeah, Steve, those guitars are great. I had a couple of Wild Customs that Two Notes had lent me for a while when I worked there. Really, really cool stuff. I have no idea what they're worth, but I got to demo the custom Les Pauls made for Paige Beck and Joe Walsh at the former Gibson showroom. Wow. That's awesome. Oh man, that's awesome about MGH. There was a lot of really cool stuff. I have, hey, there he is.
Oh, I remember that.
What's going on, Jake?
I remember when they shipped us that thing. My dad used to do reviews for Bass Guitar Magazine.
Yep.
And they sent this like ridiculous German Ritter bass, and I literally remember that bass coming into our house in Halifax. Was like, this thing is unreal, just crazy. Yeah.
About Guitar Summit, I did like a bit of a walkthrough with a camera that Dorian was supposed to be getting cut up to post. I don't know if he's got it done yet because I was away, but yeah, there'll be something coming from us soon. Shocker bad? Yeah. Mike, out who it was. I'll tell you right now, my story about seeing Guitar Player that it was epically bad, it was Van Halen. The only time I saw Van Halen was on the Best of Both Worlds tour in... I don't remember, to be honest. Maybe like 2007. I don't remember. Anyway, it was when they got back together with Sammy Hagar, and it was when Eddie was in his like not just alcohol, but some sort of drugs. I mean, lots of people have said that it was meth, and I don't know what else. I don't actually know what he was on, but I remember watching the show, and when the guitar solo came. Like, the show had been super, super sloppy. And when the guitar solo came, it was so bad that for the first 2 minutes of it, I literally sat there like, oh, can you please just play something that I can't play? Yeah. Like, I came here because you're my hero. Mm-hmm. And that, like, I came here to have my mind blown. And then, not a word of a lie, after like 2 minutes into the solo, it was like a switch flipped. And all of a sudden, there he was. And it was unbelievable. Right. The show was still mostly shit, but Yeah, that's my shocker bad. Trying to think who else I've seen that was like not good. Remember when maybe this is bad to out him, but remember when we had Rusty Cooley at the NAM booth? Rusty came into our NAM booth and just ate shit for like 20 minutes testing amps, and we were all like, "What the hell?" And I think Craker had like a
Craker had
was
that
a
moment.
huge fan.
Craker was a huge fan. Craker had that moment. I remember that.
I got a Shredder Pinstripe Halen concert, 100%,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. Mitch, this is off topic, but can we hear the hand-wired amp again on one of the upcoming streams? If we can get our rig to work so we're not just using my laptop for the mic, absolutely. But, yeah.
Yeah, they're great, Eric. We tried them at Gear Fest.
Oh.
They're really, really good.
They're
Yeah.
unreal.
They're fantastic. Yeah, get them.
I didn't get to try them.
They're super good. I was affiliated Rails with like higher output. They're not. They're just more like they're very, very good.
Andrew Baina did a video on them.
Yeah.
So
Dude,
you should check them out.
I like how I was going through all the camera footage from the DJI and how this guy shot like a ton of shit that he didn't tell me about any of it.
Yeah.
So like when we were at Long McQuaid for Perfecto's thing, there's like, hey, they didn't ask me what my favorite guitar would be, but it would be this right here. It's him. It's him like behind the scenes being like, these guys. Yeah.
Were you there
It's
for
up
that?
there.
Or were
Yeah,
you...
I was the Perfecto client.
No, I know, but were you there when I was shooting that?
Yeah, Derek and I shot our favorite guitar video.
Yeah, and then I shot mine.
Yep.
Shot my own.
I was sorting through all of it and I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
And then there's like one where he's like, I'm going to go find Derek. Oh, and he's talking.
Yeah,
Like,
so you were
yeah.
talking to... I don't remember who.
Fender.
Was it?
Yeah, Fender, I think.
Yeah.
Or whoever was beside Fender.
Rusty Cooley was playing so fast that the amps couldn't handle it. Jason, it was like, it was real bad.
Yeah.
And I mean, to be fair, wasn't his guitar, not his amp, like anything, but it was. Whew. Crager was like, I don't know what happened here. And I'm like, you just ate shit. That's what happened. Like, we all do at some point, right? Like, yeah. That's got to be really rough when you're a guitar hero too. I remember I have video of Tosin playing a Generator 120.
Yeah.
Like a Mark 1 or a Mark 2.
Yeah.
Must have been a Mark 2 through a Torpedo Studio at Stereo Bus. And I sent it to him to get him to approve us using the video. And he was just like, yeah, man, can you just send me an amp in Los Angeles and I'll just reshoot all of it. Like, you can't. And I was like, what? I'm like, why? What's wrong? He's like, you're not me. Like, there's so many mistakes in that. Like, there's no way that can see the light of day.
Tristan's very particular too.
Yeah.
So.
And I was like, oh man.
Which is why he's as good as he is. So.
Yeah, but I mean, I never think about the fact that like, yeah, when you're a superstar, like you're under a microscope, and I mean, you have to be pretty bad for me to notice. Like I remember I can't count how many times Sean has sent me a clip of him playing something for a video, and just being like, oh yeah, no, like I gotta redo this, or I deleted this or whatever. And I'm like, what? Why? Like it was awesome. He's like, no, it's terrible. And I'm like, jeez. I'm like, your worst day is better than my best day is ever gonna be. All right, Sam's turned into a pumpkin. We're 4 minutes past.
It's bedtime.
Yep. So
time I'll take accountability. Today I'm tired. Usually I'm like, no, I don't care. Today I'm tired.
yeah, there's a good question. I know you're tired, but like Jason said, like, what's the worst time that you ate shit?
Interval show at Maxwell's in Waterloo. It was funny though. It was like it was one of those things. There's a song called Sure Shot, which is like the
The test song?
There's
Yeah.
that one. No, the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the test song.
that is the test song.
Yeah.
So I would play that part by myself. Like it would drop out, and it would just be me playing that. And it was Waterloo, so that was the closest to Toronto. Management was there, and I missed the first part of that, and just like, you know, when you miss one note, you're just like, nope. It's
Yeah.
like I can't get done. I literally biff one note, just go, fuck, and just come back in on the click, and everyone just started laughing. And I was like, okay. And then I went to Rich after manager, and I was like, oh, dude, sorry. He's like, no, that was great. It's like it was really funny. So that was it. Maxwell's at Waterloo with intervals was my biggest fuck up.
Mine is nowhere near that because it wasn't a real tour with a real band.
Yeah.
But I remember playing with this worship guitar player, or worship musician named Jordan St. Cyr, before he like moved to Nashville and became way bigger. And I was playing at this church in Niverville, and we were playing. I don't remember what song it was, but we were playing some worship song that was in E, and it had like some little riff, like something in that range, right? Not that any of you can hear it. And I started it.
F.
Yeah, half step up.
I did that.
And I started the whole thing, and as soon as I started playing it, I like stopped. I don't sing, so I didn't have a mic. I walk up to a mic, I'm like, yeah, sorry about that. We're just gonna start over. Yeah.
Neil from Beach Fit, like the singer, like admittedly, like he'll sometimes like forget lyrics, and he'll just start the song, and it's usually like he's playing by himself. He'll stop and look at Chris, and Chris is like, and he's like, and they'll keep going. Like, it's really funny. Just play it off, but anyways. Cool.
Probably Oceans.
Yeah, it's a little older for Oceans, but it's the exact same thing.
Classic.
Like one of 10 variations of that, but like,
Yeah, exactly. Jose Sweet Token Worship.
Yes.
For us.
No, Luke and I have grown up playing in the old church, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Jason Ross too, so he knows exactly what we're talking about. But yeah, I think that was probably one of the worst times I've eaten shit. I've definitely messed up. I can tell you one of the times that I should have eaten shit the worst that I didn't, and I was like super hyped that I made it through. And that was like, we had a song, like back when I played in Threadline, we had a song where like, it started out with like just like, and then right there before everybody jumped, well, I jumped up on a festival stage. When I landed, landed on some cables and fell over backwards and smacked my head against a monitor wedge.
Oh.
And like blacked out for a second. And I was lying on my back like this, playing, and I kept playing.
Just embrace
My-
it at that point.
My only better one was also when I jumped, because I clearly should not ever jump because I'm not built for it at all. But I was at a church, we were playing, but I jumped off a stage into the pit. And as I jumped off the stage into the pit, I knocked over. They had like sticks.
You remember
stickers. You know, he wasn't there.
No, I could just imagine him jumping into a crowd.
Yeah. I did it lots, dude. Like way too much. I also used to be not quite as fat. I was still fat, but just not as fat. But I jumped off the stage and I hit it was like speakers on sticks, right? And like I hit one of the stands and the speaker fell over off the stage. And they had carpet and I tore a hole in the carpet with the speaker, and I was like, oh, we do not have insurance or anything. Like, it was terrible. It was in Neepawa, Manitoba. So
Nice.
shout out Neepawa Church for me wrecking your carpet.
Nice.
So,
Farmery.
yeah. But that was probably, again, I kept playing though.
Yeah. Oh, I knocked a dual rectifier off a cabinet at an interval show too.
Oh, yeah, you told me about
Yeah,
that.
and Leo in France went to do like a little spin kick thingy and tripped on a cable that wasn't tied down and just smoked like backline, and then the Mesa head got knocked off the cab, didn't get unplugged, didn't lose any signal, nothing on the amp was broken. So shout out Mesa.
Lucky.
Good stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've done the guitar throw thing where like I almost ruined my PV Wolfgang.
Yeah.
I did. It was at practice. I did throw my US Strat that your dad has now, and it landed on its headstock and busted 2 machine heads. And luckily, the guitar was fine.
It's great.
Yeah, it.
It's good at collecting dust.
I didn't. I don't think I had any other things where I like threw something and wrecked it. Yeah, I had knocked over. I've knocked over my amp before.
And monitor stands.
And monitor stands?
At
Oh
church.
yeah, at church. Yeah.
Onto the NJ.
Yeah, that's true. The NJ's got like a couple of big dings in it from that stupid Aviom system. Yeah, lame. It's much better now that it's wireless. No, I don't play at church anymore. Yeah, those are probably my worst stories of being stupid. You got to play in a band, Luke, so you can have dumb stories like that too.
I'll get there. I just bought a drum plugin.
That's getting you there.
Yeah, it's time.
Yeah.
Time for some thal.
Yeah.
The next
best
fall
I ever seen was
artist.
one of my buddies throw his Epi Les Paul straight into the ground, but he put strap locks on and thought he was in pillar. Yep. Well, I did that too. So, but I would epoxy my strap buttons into my guitar so they wouldn't come out, and I ripped it out, like the epoxy and everything. Yeah. Jason watched a janitor blow a $200 or $25,000 PA amp, flipping circuit breakers, trying to get his vacuum to work. Nice. That's
tough.
awesome. Yeah. It was lots of fun doing dumb things back in the early 2000s. So, all right, Sam's turning into a pumpkin. I got a bunch of stuff I gotta do. So, thanks everybody for hanging out with us tonight. Sorry that it was a little bit weird. And,
Sorry, Apollo. Focusrite is coming in. You're out.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay. Thanks,
So,
guys.
we'll
Yeah.
see you guys on the next one.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Follow us on Facebook, join the Revv Amp community, subscribe to all of our social media channels, and watch for the Guitar Store videos.